everybody, and welcome to October's episode of Fresh for Kids Virtual. So, I don't know if you know this already or not, but today, the 14th of October, is National Dessert Day. So, we are going to make something super duper fun. It's called Fruity Pebble Sushi. Now, at first, that name does sound kind of strange, but think of it as a more delicious version of Rice Krispie treats. So it's kind of the same process as making Rice Krispie treats, but we are going to use Fruity Pebbles instead. So what we're going to do, we're going to melt down our marshmallows with a little bit of butter, and we're going to flatten it out into a sheet. And then we're going to put marshmallow fluff on top of it. We're going to roll it up, we're going to chill it, and then cut it into little pieces. So it's going to be super delicious. But the very first step in our process as far as cooking goes, we are going to melt down 10 ounces of little tiny marshmallows. You can use big ones too. The small ones just melt a little bit faster. In a 1/4 cup of butter, which is 1/2 of a stick. It's very handy. So we are going to put this butter. I'm going to use a fairly big size pot on your stove because we are going to be pouring 5 cups of the Fruity Pebbles in here once the marshmallows are completely melted. So you want to have a little bit of room for stirring. If you use a smaller pan, you're going to end up with Fruity Pebbles all over the place, and that's a big mess. You want to start off on a really low heat with your butter and your marshmallows. You want it to be a very slow melting process because you don't want it to scorch the bottom of your pan. So once I have this all melted down, I'm going to show it to you so you can see exactly what it should look like before you move on to your next step. Okay, here we go. You want to continue to stir them very consistently throughout the process. It's going to feel like at first nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden it's just going to be liquefied. So it'll melt down very nice. Here's what it looks like right now. All right, so once that is completely melted, we're going to pour in our Fruity Pebbles, and then we're going to put it on our wax paper. You do want to spray your wax paper with just a little bit of cooking spray. If you don't have cooking spray, you can take just a little bit of oil, canola oil, olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you've got. Just put a little dab right in the center of your wax paper and use a paper towel or napkin to smooth it all around. It's the same as using a spray. All right, so we've got it melted exactly where we want it to be. So you want to turn off your burner, and there you go. That's what it looks like. So very quickly, and that's the key to this recipe. Throughout the whole process, you have to move really fast because you want to get this formed before those marshmallows seize back up and become solid again. So we're going to mix this up with our rubber scraper until it is completely enrobed in that delicious marshmallow. All right. So once we've got it all coated very evenly, what you're going to do at that point is dump it out onto your wax paper that's got that cooking spray on it. Trust me when I tell you that cooking spray is going to be very helpful to you. Because when I made this at home, we had a little bit of trouble with the wax paper sticking to the marshmallow and the fluff. So there we go. So we've got it on there. Like I said, we want to work rather quickly to get this into a nice rectangle shape. It's still a little bit warm right now, but you absolutely could use your hands to form this as well. Just start forming those edges to make it a nice rectangle. So as soon as that cools down just a smidge more, I'm going to use my hands and form this into a perfect rectangle. So I'll be back one moment. Okay, so we have our Fruity Pebbles and our marshmallows in our rectangle. So now you're going to take your marshmallow fluff The recipe did call for 2 cups of it on top, but I'll tell you, when I made this at home, I only used 1 and it was more than enough. But if you really, really love marshmallow fluff, let's face it, it is really delicious. You could use more, but the more you use, the stickier this gets and the more of a mess you're gonna make. So don't say I didn't warn ya. All right, so we're gonna just use our rubber scraper. We're just gonna spread this out. This stuff is pretty delicious. It's a little different than just traditional marshmallows because there's a little bit of vanilla in there and there are some egg whites. So just be aware of that if you do have any egg intolerance issues. Okay. Also, one thing to keep in mind, you don't want to get your fluff too close to the edges. It's kind of like when you're making pizza and you don't want to put all your dough or your toppings and your cheese too close to the edge of the dough because it makes it a little hard and it starts to squish out in ways that you don't want it to. There we go. So now we have that part of the process. So now what you're going to do, you're going to cut this right in half, because believe me when I tell you, it is too difficult to try to roll this up in one sheet. I tried. This is still a little warm, so you might want to let that sit for just a minute before you try to roll it, because you want it to be pretty solid. It makes it a little bit easier to get it rolling. I set up another piece of wax paper so we can move this off. It's still a little bit tacky, still a little bit gooey and warm, so I'm gonna let this sit for just a minute to let it firm up and make it a little bit easier to work with. And then I'll show you the process for rolling it up just like sushi. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna roll this up. So what you wanna do is start off on one of your short ends here and just start pulling it forward. This is a very, very sticky, messy job. You can use the wax paper a little bit to kind of help you get it going the direction you want it to go. Right. And you can definitely make your layer of Fruity Pebbles a little bit thinner. Mine weren't cooperating with me today. I had a little bit of a hard time with it, I'll be honest. It was a little bit easier when I did this at home. The ambient temperature of your kitchen is going to make a huge difference. I usually keep my house very, very chilly, so this went a lot faster and formed up solidly a lot quicker. It's a little bit warmer here in our library kitchen, so this is staying a little bit sticky for a longer period of time. But like I always say, when you're in the kitchen, you just never know what's going to happen, and you always have to have a plan B and keep your sense of humor, especially when you're making cereal sushi, right? So we've got that half of it rolled up, and I'm just going to flip this around, and then we can start rolling up the other end of it. And then we will have 2 rolls, which we will then place on this other wax paper and put in our refrigerator and chill until it is solid enough for us to cut it into cool little sushi slices. Well, welcome back. These have been in the refrigerator chilling for about an hour. And I'll just be honest with you here, these are not beautiful. They did not turn out the way that I wanted them to, but you know what? They are still going to be super duper delicious. But we're going to give it a try here. They got a little bit messy. They kind of lost their shape a little bit, but I'm going to tell you that all of the ingredients in here are still super duper yummy. And even if it's not pretty, it's still going to taste great. So what you're going to do at this point, hopefully yours turned out a lot nicer looking than mine did, but we're just going to cut these into slices. So essentially You've got these pieces. What they are supposed to look like is a nice wrapped swirly pattern of rice or Fruity Pebbles and fluff. So it doesn't look super pretty, but I'm telling you, it is super duper delicious. And you can even eat these with chopsticks if you want to really embrace the whole sushi element of this design. But if you don't want to make it like sushi, you could definitely cut these out and make shapes into them. If you don't want to incorporate the fluff, you could just really do it like you would Rice Krispie treats and shape them into whatever kind of cool little treats that you would like to have. And if Fruity Pebbles aren't your jam, you could use Cocoa Puffs, you could use regular Rice Krispies, you could really use any kind of small grained cereal that's similar to this with the marshmallows to make it exactly the way you like it to taste. I hope your Fruity Pebble sushi looks better than mine, but it's all going to taste really, really delicious. So enjoy. Happy National Dessert Day. Today is a day that we all start training to make delicious desserts through the entire fall and winter holiday season. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.